Science is just catching up with what the Most High has already put into formation.
What do they tell you to do when a tornado is coming?
You better get low.
Get down. Get down.
You got this ominous feeling and you know, oh my God, something in the closet.
Something to happen.
Girl, get out of there. Something about to happen. There's something under the bed.
It is okay to shout unto God at the appropriate time. You said be out of order. You said, you mentioned the walls of Jericho, right? And then, we know the story. They went around there 7 times. They was quiet and left. And 7 times God commanded them to shout. Okay, so there's some Hebrew words. There are some Hebrew terms that I got for y'all. I want to share with you all as to how the Lord expects us to respond and to praise in the sanctuary. And as she mentioned, the walls of Jericho, it reminded me of the Hebrew word there was ruach.
Woo! Stay there for a while.
Ruach, which sounds very similar to ruach, okay? But ruach, it means to shout, right? And it's not just a shout. You ain't talking about the dancing shout. We're talking about shout with a loud voice, like
shout unto God.
Yes, so like a trumpet, right? A trumpet blast, and you gonna hear that thing. This is a holy roar. So even in God's sanctuary, it is okay to shout unto God at the appropriate time. You said be out of order, but what I am saying is, shout unto God. He says that in Psalms. Shout unto God with the voice of triumph.
There we go.
Okay, this is Shabach. Okay, Shabach. And then we have Ruach. These are types of shouts and loud voices that we do to show forth celebratory praise.
That's it.
So that's one Hebrew word. I got 7 out, but I'll let you comment if you'd like and interject.
Well,
because that hit me.
That's amazing, because I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking about it from an analytical mindset too. Whenever someone has gone through an extreme grieving or grievance, or they're mourning or something, you'll hear people say, call me. Even if you don't want to say nothing, if you just want to scream or shout,
right,
I'll just be there. There's something, see, let me say this, and I want to explain it in a way people can understand. God is very spiritual, but he's also practical.
Yes.
He knows the human body and the functioning of it better than we knew. Science is just catching up with what the Most High has already put into formation. When you scream or when you shout, there are things that are released in the atmosphere. Right?
Come on.
There are molecules. And not only that, I was talking to my children before I left the house, because I said, hey, sometimes my house will get, because I got 2 boys. I got more than 2 boys, but I got 2 boys that are still coming up. And so, they playing basketball. I did win. I got to, whatever.
Competitive.
I promise you, they know. They're not scared when this happens. They know. I'll burst into a worship, right? I just start singing something, and the house will get serene. It's literally almost tangible how it just shifts from the arguing to, it's like they know. Like, someone called me the other day, and they were in a whole bunch of some stuff that had happened, and I felt in my spirit, I said, I want to pray with them right then. Now, I don't let my children listen to me, but I'm in the room with the door shut, and they're out there, and I hear them, and I'm like, oh, because I was thinking it was distracting. And when I started to pray, like the Bible says, the fervent prayer, when I use my voice, after a while, the kids just got quiet.
Yeah.
Because they understand there's a shifting.
Something's going on.
There's a shifting. When we hear, you're talking about the shouts and the trumpets.
Yeah.
When we hear the tornado drill, siren, it causes your brain almost automatically says, shh. And you start saying, okay, what's going on? Yeah. There's a shifting. So when y'all told us shout unto God, there is a mechanism behind what he's telling us to do. When he says, clap your hands, when you clap your hands, it's shifting. It changes. There's vibrations.
That's what
there's frequencies.
That's
right?
why I want you to get there.
The lower and the higher the frequencies. Just like, for instance, when we watch these scary movies, and we hear you got this ominous feeling, and you know, oh my God, something in the closet,
something to happen.
Something about to, girl, get out of there. Something about to happen. There's something under the bed. It's almost like you can feel it because the music and the frequency, the vibrations.
That's it.
Right? So when the Most High is so strategic, he's so intentional. When he tells us to shout, or he tells us to, clap your hands, all ye people.
Yes.
Right? Or when he tells us with the high symbol, right? With the trembling sound. You ever shh? You can look all the way back to them tribes.
That's what
when they. And I'm not trying to be funny because some people will demonize it and say that it's voodoo, but it's not. Yeah. It is of our custom. This is of our heritage.
Yes.
I want you to touch on something after I get done about the dignified component.
Yeah, I got that in. But no, you hit the nail on the head, and I don't even know if we would do it justice to even get. Look, I don't want to get too scientific.
Go ahead, no, do it, cause it all lines up.
Then they'll say, in the science.
No, ooh, you crazy.
They be like, but like you said, science is catching up with the Bible. Hear it again. You got the frequencies. You got the vibrations.
That's it.
And even in music, that's what I was gonna say. Even in music, you have your major sounds and then your minor sounds, and then minor sounds sound like something happened.
Hey, minor can do it.
A minor sound, right? Then you got diminished and all these different types of notes, and they are to invoke a certain type of frequency and atmosphere and sound and tone to get you in the headspace. That's right. It does something to our brain waves. And you mentioned it. There's even science now that's proving you concentrate better at 30 hertz.
Oh, the hertz. Yeah, get into that.
You concentrate. I can't name them all, but you concentrate better in the gamma waves.
Or the alpha 70 hertz keep going.
Go ahead.
The 470 hertz that relieves the stress and the tension.
Okay. Yep.
But go ahead. No.
I don't know them all by heart. I'd have to look them up. You can look them up on Google. But they have listed out just at various different sound waves what they will do to our mind. And hear me again here. Well, I don't know if I said this before, but hear me, because the mind is not the brain. The brain is just the matter. But the mind is encompassing of your experience and so forth. However, I'm saying these frequencies, these hertz and sound waves, they are for a purpose. So when the Lord tell you to shout, girl,
release them.
When the Lord tell you to shout, that means he is calling for a certain frequency. That means
wait a minute.
He wants you at a certain level. And there are only certain things that can take place at that level. This is why the walls of Jericho was able to fall.
Please stay there.
Because the vibration at that level, it was only at that level will they fall down.
Now, everybody can't go to that level.
And we know what sound will do. Sound will break your windows. Get the right opera singer. Get the right opera singer to come up here and hit that high-pitched note and see will your glasses be all right. You get what I'm saying? So sound. The Lord wants a certain sound in his sanctuary.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes he wants the loud voice, and yes, sometimes he wants the soft. There is a purpose for all of this.
And so when I was doing research on the tabernacles, right? Sis, I feel myself rising.
Hey,
when you talk about there's a certain sound that
means there's a certain level.
That's good.
Yes.
That's so good. That's so good. And I wish we would really hone into that. Listen to this. In the sanctuary, he had flutes. He had trumpets. Now, all of these sound distinctively different.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes the Most High is calling for a praise, right? And you'll see people, it's a give me praise. Yeah. Then other times he's calling for us to bow. It's that And it ain't much playing, it ain't much talking, it ain't much celebratory.
It's solemn.
It's a solemn, it's a reverence, because then he's letting you know, listen, when I'm coming down this time, when he comes down like that, you want to be very careful. Right? Because there's also, when his presence came, some people turned up dead. Then we have the harp. Now here, this my part.
Wow.
This my part. When you talk about the harp and strumming the harp, right? There's some wind. You know where I'm going with this.
Wow.
Good God Almighty. There's some wind that comes with that instrument, right? When you strum the harp, much like the Leslie, right? Because the organ,
When that wind going.
when that wind comes, now watch
These are
this.
spirit instruments.
These are spirit instruments that are driven
By
by the
spirit.
spirit.
That's right.
Okay, so when you
Wind.
see that wind instrument, watch this. The Ruach is a wind.
That's right.
The Ruach, the breath of God, is a wind. Now, this is what I want to understand. We go into certain churches, and I understand diplomacy.
Absolutely.
I understand protocol. I understand being dignified, right? But this is of our way. This is our way. When the wind comes in contact with anything, there's a sign. If the wind blows in the tree blades or the tree leaves,
It moves.
it causes it to move. It bows, and you'll start
It
seeing what you
moves.
do. If it hits the grass blade, they gonna shift. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
Come on, y'all.
That's
Come
good.
on, somebody.
That's good.
If the wind gets to going too quickly, right?
Oh,
It grabs everything in the way and it brings it up into what? A tornado.
a whirlwind.
The whirlwind. Whereas you don't have any more control. So be driving somewhere and they didn't already warned you, and like you said, the Doppler and all that came on, and you out there and the tornado swings you up. I dare you to say, well, I'm just gonna sit like you're not able to. But when that Ruach hit you like that, when that wind comes and snatch you up, you gotta, and sometimes we laugh at when we were younger. Well, I know there were certain people that would do certain things, and I didn't have the full understanding.
Yeah.
I would be like, sister such and such, when the spirit hit her, it's almost like, I'm like, well, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But when you come in contact with the wind of God,
With
the
the wind.
Ruach, when God's presence, his spirit comes, there ought to be some type of sign.
But look at this sign. I'm hanging a rug. But when you part about the illustration of the tornado, what do they tell you to do when a tornado is coming?
You better get low.
Get down. Get down. That comes when the spirit of the Lord comes. Bow down.